Today we're doing something a little bit different here. We're here at Beyond Bankard Field for a Fort Lauderdale United game. And for the first time, now we've done that before, but for the first time on this channel, we are media. So we're gonna go around and see what today's all about. I have not been media since we've created this YouTube channel. Now we did it a few times back in the days with the Fort Lauderdale Strikers and Miami FC, but with since we've had the YouTube channel, we haven't been media, so don't really know what we're going to be doing today, where we're going to be allowed to be. I think we're going to be able to see a post-game press conference. So we're going to just take you with us for this day and watch women's professional soccer here in Fort Lauderdale. Let's go take a look at this stadium. They've done a pretty nice job at renovating this old Miami Dolphins training facility. Let's check it out. So let's start over here, which are your better seats in the stadium. They got your leather seats over here. They got, I guess your announcers sit in there. Here's the field. So these seats, this is the field right here. So this is pretty good. Over here is kind of your GA section for the most part. I think some of it is, seated as far as you pick your seat, but a lot of it's GA. The supporter section over here. So they've done a really, really good job. A smaller kind of stadium, perfect for a USL type team. Here at this end, this last year when we were here was still under construction, fixing it up. So now it's an NSU / Fort Lauderdale United training facility. So they've done a really, really nice job here renovating the stadium. Tonight, Fort Lauderdale's playing Carolina. And over here we've got some food trucks. It's really early, so there's not many people here yet. Hopefully they get a good crowd. We'll find that out. And then here's the other view, looking basically the opposite of where we just were. And here is the merch booth where they've got all their kits and so forth. Over there they're selling the game day kit for, I think it was $130. And I like this I guess it's a training top for, I think it said 45. So I like that one actually. I think that should be the home jersey over the black kit. I mean, but either way, they've got a lot of good merch in here in this stuff. Oh yeah, there you got that one too. That looks good. Over here they have one of their, a couple of different bars that they have, and apparently they've got a happy hour going on right now with some cocktails. We're gonna have to go check that out. All right, so we are here and we're gonna check out the Strikers Margarita, because it says Strikers in the name. For those of you that are old school, you'll remember. And here we go, we got a mix of tequila, orange liqueur, agave, and lime juice, finished with some fresh lime garnish. I don't usually get cocktails when I come to a soccer game, but why not? So we got a Strikers Margarita. Your standard margarita, not bad. I mean, again, I'm not usually drinking mixed drinks at a soccer game, but why not? We are getting close to kickoff. We've got the warm-ups happening now. This looks like the starters doing some drills, and then over here, way over there, we've got, it looks like maybe the bench, or the goalkeeper's there, and then the bench over here. So getting real close to game time. All right, this is like their fan zone area as we're getting ready to walk over to our seats. It looks like they got a couple players signing some autographs. That's pretty cool. That's one of the cool things about having kind of like this, new team kind of feel, lower level kind of feel in some extent. They're definitely more reachable than, say, the bigger clubs like a Inter Miami or maybe even a NWSL team. They're definitely more reachable. So that's good. Got some events, axe throwing, it says. All right. So standing here pitch side, we're trying a little bit of everything they have to offer. We had a margarita, and now we're trying Amber Lager Prison Pals. Prison Pals Amber Lager. Trying everything they have to offer here. Why not? I think I've had Prison Pals before. I'm not sure, but I like it. They've got some like different, kind of beers here and things like that. So kind of cool. It's not just your Heineken, your Ultra, your, stuff like that. Something a little bit different. Kind of cool. All right, the teams are making their way out to the field at this time. So here in the media section, for media, they allow us to sit really anywhere in the general admission area. You can see we've got some really good fans here behind me, it's a very this reminds me a lot of those early days, kind of Miami FC, Fort Lauderdale Strikers. It's very loose, there is no, to my knowledge, there is no like media booth like there would be for, the old Miami FC or something like that, or even the Fort Lauderdale Strikers at Lockhart Stadium. Basically, I could sit anywhere here on the general admission area. Photographers are allowed to roam up and down the field, but I can move around and do whatever I want for the most part. But it's a very loose kind of operation, but I like it though. I like it. It reminds me of those early days. Really get behind a team as they're building. So it's kind of fun. But they're about ready to kick off, so we're going to go check it out. Here we go. Kickoff has started. We're probably going to move a little bit around the stadium today, get a different views. Right now we are really close to the sideline, third row. Something interesting, so just like last year when we did one of these videos, we don't know a whole lot about this team. We're going to learn as we go. But one thing that I do know is that, Fort Lauderdale United made it to the championship game last year. However, after getting that far, you'd think, hey, let's keep this team together. They didn't. Here, uh-oh. Oh, no. Early goal for Carolina Ascent, as I'm just starting to kind of give you some history. Well, this kind of goes back to what I was saying is they let 14 players go. 14 players. Your number one goal scorer in Addie McCain, they let that player go. And she's now playing for Lexington. So this is a team that might take a little while to gel when they have so many new players. And right now, just a minute into the game, and they're down. So you can really hear the players yelling and talking to each other. If you ever wonder how much communication goes on a field, when there's not a lot of fans and you're this close to the action, you can really hear the players talking, which is pretty cool. I would definitely urge anybody that's down here locally to come check this out. Support, a new team, something that's kind of in the early stages, second year, and they did well in their first year. Granted, you could tell there's not a lot of fans here. I was talking to some people in the club. One of our old friends, Tommy Knapp from the Fort Lauderdale Strikers, is here working for Fort Lauderdale United. So talking to him, and they said some games in November, they plan on being sold out, or around 4,000 or 5,000 people at least. They got some big plans as far as how to sell tickets. So having him on board is good. But, get in on the ground level of this team. They're going to have a men's team in League One of the USL next year, so that's good. They're building a real club at kind of within the USL, and with USL having promotion relegation next year on the men's side, or not next year, within the next few years, League One team will be interesting. So we've moved down a little bit down the field. We're now sitting closer to the Fort Lauderdale goal, so hopefully we could see a goal and not another one against Fort Lauderdale. Uh-oh, here we go. Oh! These girls play tough. Women, I'm sorry. I don't think I mentioned it before, but Fort Lauderdale's wearing black, and Carolina's wearing this multicolored purple, kit. Purple, so we don't like them. But Fort Lauderdale last year wore a blue shirt, and this year they're wearing black. Still got the seafoam green kind of in their logo. That's in their logo. I would prefer that to be their home kit. The seafoam green is really cool, or at least make that their away kit. That'd be really cool. But they went black. I love being this close and being able to hear the players. You're just listening to a defender. If you ever wonder like what they're saying on the pitch, defender is like a foul's called on her, and she's like, she's yelling at the ref, going, "That was so soft. I barely grazed her." You know, so it's just, it's fun. It's you get to definitely, it's a much closer, in-your-face kind of atmosphere here, and the crowd's getting into it a little bit. So far, I'll tell you, Carolina Ascent definitely looks more organized. Fort Lauderdale making a lot of like mistakes, like you just saw, like simple little basic mistakes. And that's early in the season, and so many player changes. Also, last year, for the most part, Fort Lauderdale was like a mid-level team, like sitting in 4th or 5th most of the season, and I think they just turned it on at the end of the year. With a lot of help of a really good goalkeeper, but here we go. All right. Oof. So they're just more organized. Carolina's just way more organized throughout. Although we know Fort Lauderdale can score in their last game, their first game of the season. It was a 3-3 against Lexington. So they scored 3 goals, and they were up first. They were winning 1-0 at first. Good defense. Ooh. I think it's probably the best chance so far. That's what happens when defenders take shots. Oi! All right. Fort Lauderdale really has not been dangerous, to be honest. They've had a few shots. They went on the top of the net, but not very dangerous. 1 minute of added time. 1 minute added to the end of this half. It's been kind of a lackluster half. So that's the end of the first half. You can see the score there, 1-0. Fort Lauderdale United is down 1 goal. Carolina's definitely been a little more organized of the two teams, but you know, they're still in the game. They're still in the game. So we'll see what happens in the second half if there's any changes. I know that they've got a new player from Ghana. I forgot her name. She's on loan from NWSL team from Gotham. I wonder if she'll get some time in the second half, maybe an attacker. There hasn't been a whole lot of attack with Fort Lauderdale United. It's been a little bit, like I mentioned before, lackluster. At half, it's time to get another drink. So we figured, let's try the Prison Pal Blonde Ale now. So we had the amber, now we'll do the blonde, you know. It's pretty good. I think I like the amber better though. So let's talk a little bit about this league. There are 9 teams in it. It's the USL Super League, but now it's called the Gamebridge Super League. So they got a league-wide sponsor this year. So 9 teams. Last year there were only 8 teams. Second year in existence for this league within the USL. It is a Division I league, same as NWSL, but clearly there is a difference. You know, the divisions, and honestly, it doesn't really mean much. I mean, it meant something to them, obviously, for the marketing and this and that and getting sponsors and things like that. But there's a marked difference between NWSL and USL Super League. A lot of these players are former NWSL players or players that are on loan from NWSL teams. So there's definitely that part of it. But it's a growing league, and it's pretty neat to get in on the ground floor and support something that's, and I'll be honest, I'm a sucker for startups. I'm a sucker for startup teams and leagues and things like that. So, and this really does take me back so much to those days of the Miami FC, when back, you know, the early Miami FC, the original Miami FC, where we had, like, in the supporters group, we had like 3 supporters and a drum, right? You know, there was 3 of us and a drummer. And Caesar was our drummer, you had Ed in it, and maybe Julio and a couple of others, and that was it. So this is very much that. They have a supporters club, the New River Supporters Club, but they're very much trying to get people interested in coming out. So I think you should check it out. All right, we're here in the second half, and we decided to post up here in the corner area. See what kind of action we can see over here. That's one of the things that's pretty cool about this stadium, is you can definitely get really close to the action. I mean, look, this is the field. We're right here. Right here. At Inter Miami games, you can't get that close. You could a little bit the first couple years when they had the Heineken bar and all that kind of stuff, and that before they put in those corner sections. But here we can definitely get up close, which is nice. Supporters Club trying to get everybody into the game a little bit. Got the kids next to me hyped up. Free kick here. Oh! So score 1-1. I'll be honest, both goals tonight felt like the goalkeeper should have had it. They both felt a little soft in a sense. I mean, goalkeeping needs to get improved on both sides, but hey, whatever it takes. Fort Lauderdale United's 1-1. They've evened it up with Carolina Ascent, so that's great. But like I said, both goals, I think the goalkeepers really should have done better on both goals. But hey, this team has a couple of new mascots this year. They're kind of cool. Goal! 2-1, Fort Lauderdale. Carolina throwing everything they got in the last minutes of the game, trying to equalize most of the 4 minutes of stoppage time. So they've got some time here. Carolina's throwing everything they've got. Oh no. Tied it up, 2-2. Fort Lauderdale may have the problem of putting away a game. Last game they finished 3-3. This game looks like it could end 2-2. Oh! How's that not a foul? That's it. Final whistle blown. It is a tie game, 2-2.
Yeah, obviously they showed resilience. First half wasn't good enough. It was below what is expected for us. But second half they picked it up, a lot of energy. I thought Stella came on and changed the game for us, connected the passes. She was willing to drive and attack the space as well. Yeah, and it was just a little bit naive at the end to try and see the game out, but a good learning curve for them.
You've had a lot of changes this year in the lineup. How long do you think it's going to take for the team to really? Are you starting to see the team to start to gel and, with all the changes? That's a lot of disruption for a team.
It's a lot of changes. Yeah, and we're missing players. I think that's very clear. We've still got another 3 players, maybe 4 to come in. So we're just waiting for visas, but hopefully they'll be here soon. So yeah, in terms of us, at our strongest, we're not. So the players are battling. They're trying to help, but we need those players in. It's very, very clear. Like I said, the team are doing very well to keep going. But when those players are there, I think that's when you'll start to see our soccer.
Well, that's it. Ends in 2-2 draw. And fun night, though. The players are going to go out and meet with some of the fans. So that's one of those things, again, you don't get in, with say, Inter Miami or something like that. That face-to-face time with players. So that's really cool. They got a lot of work to do this season. It's only the second game of the season, but 2 games, 2 draws, not terrible for Fort Lauderdale United. But again, I urge everybody, come out and support your local soccer team. Support the women's game. Now is like women's sports are really on a high, especially with the WNBA and all that kind of stuff. So get in on the ground level because this team it needs fans. It was an empty stadium, but I did get word that they do have plans on really having some real good ticket sale events type of thing where they feel like they should fill the stadium, make it a better atmosphere. But it's really cool because it's like grassroots. It's you're getting close to the action, all that kind of stuff. Support local, support Inter Miami, support Fort Lauderdale United. And I'll definitely try to check out the next game on September 13th. So that's the next home game. And so we'll try to come out again for that. So join me here next time at Beyond Bankard Field at Nova Southeastern. This is at Nova Southeastern in kind of Davie/Fort Lauderdale area. So thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time.